Hey everybody, I'm Kayla. In this video we're going to discuss how you can tell if your piercing might still be open. Every once in a while I have a client that removes their jewelry for a number of years and then wants to have it redone. The first question I normally ask is, how long did you wear the jewelry before you took it out? The answer to this question is a good indicator of if your piercing is actually still open. So there are two main questions to ask. Where is the piercing location, and how long did you wear the jewelry before you removed it? Every piercing placement is different and has a different amount of time to fully heal. So depending on where the placement is, it can take a various amount of time to fully heal. All piercings have a different healing rate. The lobe is probably one of the fastest. Also, any oral piercing such as the tongue web, or the smiley piercing up under the lip. And then cartilage piercings, belly button piercings, nipple piercings, they all take a little bit longer. Generally, if you wore the jewelry for under 6 months, I would say that it's probably closed and you might have to get it re-pierced. If you wore the initial jewelry for a year or longer, then chances are that your piercing is still open and you can put jewelry in it and wear it like as if it never had left. I recently had a question about a third lobe piercing, just roughly around here, high lobe. The girl said she had it pierced early December and took it out late January. This means that she only wore the jewelry for less than 2 months. Assuming that it was pierced correctly and no cartilage was pierced, the lobes can take roughly 3 months to fully heal. And also assuming that she did not run into infection and she took care of them properly, it is still too soon to remove the jewelry. I would say that it's probably closed up. This is assuming general healing times. This is not the case for everybody, and I know that, and you should know that. Because she only wore the jewelry for less than 2 months, it probably only took maybe less than 24 hours for her piercings to close. She then would have to get them re-pierced. I usually recommend waiting at least 2 months before re-piercing any lobe piercings, that's just this area, to allow the body to fully recover. This will reduce the amount of scar tissue buildup. A saying that I always tell my clients when they get their piercing done and they plan on changing the jewelry to something fancy later: the sooner you take the piercing out, the sooner it will close. And the example I always use is if they had gone to the car after getting their piercing and took the jewelry out, even if they, assuming it's a nostril piercing, took the jewelry out and tried to get it back in, it would not go back in. It closes up like that. But if they had it for a year or even a few months, they could, leave it out for a little while and put it back in with no problems. So here's kind of a breakdown of piercings and their healing rates. Disclaimer, I would recommend wearing the jewelry for a full year or even longer before leaving jewelry out for an extended period of time. Also, disclaimer, these healing times are assuming proper placement, proper aftercare, and no issues have been run into. So take this with a grain of salt. I've never used that phrase before. So earlobe piercings and most genital piercings take 2 to 3 months to fully heal. Cartilage piercings that include the helix, the top part here, the date, inner area, rook, this ridge up here, and pretty much anything else in that general area, about 4 to 6 months to fully heal. The industrial bar, one that goes across the cartilage, would take about 5 to 7 months to fully heal. Lip piercings, anywhere around the lip, take about 3 to 4 months to fully heal. Nostril piercings and the septum, about 4 to 5 months to fully heal. Oral piercings such as the tongue web, and smiley webbing will take about a month to 2 months to fully heal. And then any surface piercings such as the eyebrow, which is kind of a faster healing surface piercing, the navel, the nape of the neck, pretty much anywhere that's a surface area will take about 9 months to a full year to fully heal. And that's pretty much it. I probably missed a few piercings, but these are just general, like more common piercings that you'd be able to find or have access to getting. Hopefully this helped you. If you have any questions, leave in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.